Okay. Good morning. I'm not sure who's in the room. Hi, Dwayne. Good morning. And whoever else is in the room, good morning to you. So happy Monday. I just wanted to get on a live to, first of all, address last night. I was doing a live, and thank you. I wind up yesterday, even though it's a Sunday, I still work. I still work on, my client's business credit. I do personal credit as well, or at least manage my team when they're doing personal credit repair. And then I also take my personal time it's my contribution that I choose to give to the community with Black Lives Matter. So what I personally do is if someone has been arrested for protesting, I will take my own money. This is not money I'm raising or trying to get any contributions for. I take my own money and I go bail people out of jail, 2-3 people out of jail at a time. And this is what I spent my yesterday, my Sunday on. So and I don't just go through the bail bondsman. I actually get the bond and I take it to the jail so that it's not taking all day for these poor people to get out of jail. So after I returned home from, just having to deal with that situation, I did have myself a glass of wine. And someone, while I was doing my live, someone said that I'd been drinking or drunk or whatever. Listen, I don't claim to be a celebrity or claim to be this, business person where I, cannot pull myself aside on my weekends and take some personal time out for me. Hey, life is going on as we know it. And I don't know if this adversely affects you guys, but it definitely adversely affects me because I know our history. I know, back when Marcus Garvey in 1921 tried to, get boats and, migrate us back to Africa. The government came in and imprisoned him and sent, and then sent him back to Jamaica. And then I know, our financial district back in 1920, we had the wealthiest financial district in Tulsa back in 1920 as Black folks. And, we were bombed. And so all of this, outside of this, this stage that we're in right now, I'm adversely affected. And so if I have a glass of wine and I decide to do a live and share some information with you guys, please don't judge me because I'm human and I'm real and I'm raw. I've never come on and pretend or have any pretentious bull crap for you guys. So the one that did make that comment, please take advantage of when I do have a glass of wine or two and I do a live, because you probably couldn't keep up with me without me having a glass of wine. So now on to why I decided to do a live is regarding the SBA loan. Now, those of you who have gotten the SBA loan, there are things that you can or cannot do with the SBA loan. Thank you guys. I so appreciate your support and your love and your kindness, and those of you who give back in return, and those of you who have even gotten your SBA loans to some of you have donated to the cause, which we didn't charge anything for filling out your applications. Now, if you had 4 or 5 different businesses, of course, my staff do have to be compensated. So if you did get your loan, we didn't charge you anything. Please feel free to donate to the cause or give back any way you can. So back to what I was saying is, if you guys got the SBA loan, and there are some things that you can and cannot do with your SBA loan. Now, some things that you can do with your SBA loan is you can do repairs on your businesses. And if your home is considered your business, then you can do repairs on your home. You can also buy equipment. You can lease equipment. That means vehicles, that means machinery. So if you need to lease equipment for your company, you can do that as well. It's definitely there for you to do payroll. So should you have payroll and you need to pay your employees, you can definitely pay your employees. The other thing that you can do with a loan is you can also set aside monies to pay your CPA. You can set aside money for your tax preparers. You can set aside money for a legal entity. I'm not sure if you will need those services, but it's always great to have those people a part of your staff. So if you're growing your business with the SBA loan money that you have received, then I would suggest that it would be wise to set that money aside, or at least pay those companies so that they are a part of your staff, so that they can help you keep your documentation in order. The other thing that you can do with the SBA is you can also pay your mortgage. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you can pay your mortgage with the SBA loan, because because as a business owner, of course, you're working and you're making money, and you want to be able to, you're going to be able to take care of your mortgage or your lease with the money that you've earned from your business. So if you receive that loan, you are entitled to pay your mortgage payment with that loan, your mortgage payment and your insurance. So you definitely want to document the SBA funds very well. In terms of anything else, the SBA is giving 60%. Like, if you show that you used the loan, and that loan, you spend 60% of that loan towards employees, then the SBA will forgive you of that loan. The other thing that you can do in order for SBA to forgive you for your loan is if you decide to go out of business and you dissolve your business. And I don't know if most of you guys have to do that. Especially if you've built your business credit and you have the SBA loan, it's going to boost your paydex score. But if you just decide that you can't pay that money back, then you have to dissolve that company and basically start another. That's another way that you don't have to pay that SBA loan back. So I just wanted to jump on the live and give you guys some updates in reference to those who have received the SBA loans, are in the process of receiving the loans, what you can and cannot do with that money. So we covered what you can do. Now let's cover what you can't do. What you can't do is go out and purchase a vehicle, an expensive vehicle, Bentley, a Porsche, or Beamer, for your own personal use. Now, if you go out and purchase a vehicle, please make sure that you purchase that vehicle in the business name. And for those of you who don't know how to do that, try to DM me or chat with me, or just reach out to me so that I can give you the information on how to do that. It's fairly easy. The other thing that you can't do is go out and buy expensive um, diamond jewelry or Rolexes, that sort of the luxury items, because that loan is not for personal use. It's for you to build your business and be able to contribute to our economy. So when you get the business funding, just keep in mind that this is not, money that you can just go out and buy lavish items with. You have to document well what you've spent that money on, and that's why it's good to have a CPA on hand at all times. So if you guys have any questions, I'll take some of your questions, and we'll go from there. Let's see here. Okay, so no real questions. All right. So in terms of the loan, the loan the portal is closed. Well, Wendy wants to know, how does the EIDL loan work with using a trucking company? I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. If you want to expand on your vehicles, if you want to use that loan money for employees to hire other people to drive on your behalf, if you want to, purchase equipment for the company, it pretty much would work the same way it would across the board. That money is just to be used to enhance your business. And again, you want to just document everything that you do with that loan money. You might want to, take some staff or new and a potential new client out to lunch or dinner. And so if you take that person out to lunch or dinner and you're trying to coerce them to give you their business, you can definitely use the SBA loan money to go to dinner, but you just have to have it documented. Keep your receipts, send it to your CPA, and make sure that you follow up and let them know that, hey, every document or every receipt that I send you is going to be from SBA, or so you can keep my SBA records together. Touched by the earth. He wants to know if that SBA will ask for documentation. They only if you're audited. So keep in mind, not everyone who gets an SBA loan will be audited, but if you are audited, they will ask you for receipts or records and how you spent that money. Again, you can pretty much do any and everything with the money. You just have to make sure that it's well documented. Now, I had a question in reference to the SBA loans, if they're still available. The portal is closed right now. However, I am on high alert for the portal to open back up. So if the portal does open and I have your intake form, myself and my staff will automatically submit you. That's something that you don't have to call us and ask us to do this for you. And that's if you are our clients already. Now, if you're not a client, you can call or chat with me and we'll figure something out. But if you are a client of ours and you haven't yet received your SBA funding, submit the intake form to us. We do have it filed and put in order so that way when the portal does open, we just submit the applications. Now the portal is open for agricultural funding, and that's for companies that they do, farming or have land, or they're in the nonprofit industries. The portals are open for those companies and we can submit you. Everyone that we have submitted their application, they have wind up getting at least 100 $25,000 or more. And so, if you trust me and my staff to get it done for you, we will get it done. So again, just send us the intake forms and we'll get it submitted. Any other questions, guys? Questions. Cheney wants to know, do we do the PPP loan applications? We submit those too. However, with the PPP, the loan amounts are not as high. You're getting, so say for instance, this is how you can tell if it's worth your while to submit an application for PPP. So the application, they ask you, what's your monthly payroll? Okay. So if you say, hey, I do $10,000 a month in payroll, and you times that by 2.5%, then that means that for the PPP loan, your loan would be $25,000. So I'm not sure if that's going to make financial sense to you, or if it's going to make a big difference in terms of getting a loan for the PPP. But I just want to let you know that the PPP, you probably wind up getting a loan for $20,000 or $25,000. If that's something that you're interested in, we do submit for PPP, but we are only submitting applications for clients. Any other questions, guys? Again, I'm here to address all the questions or concerns that you have for the SBA or PPP. You're welcome. You're welcome, Cheney. Now, for those who, I know some of you guys were interested in purchasing like the shelf corporations. So, so you'd have pretty much a business in the box to sort of just kind of get your business off and running and not have to do all the groundwork that's required to open your business or get it started, but or you want to have some history with your business. I do actually have 2 shelf corps left. It is agricultural. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, definitely give me a call, send an email, and we can try to get that company over to you so that you can get your business up and running. Any other questions? I just want to say thank you guys so much for all your support. And I do appreciate the thank yous and the, just giving me a call once you guys got funding. Some of you guys sent me messages and photos every step of the way. And I do appreciate the fact that you guys, at the end of the day, when you did get funding, not that we were owed 1 single cent. We didn't, again, charge for this service, but you guys thought enough to donate back, and we do appreciate that. So thank all of you guys for your kind donations. As you guys gifted us a donation, we made sure to continue to give to our community in terms of, protesters, like I said, being locked up. We're using, some of the money that was donated back to us to help those who are locked up get out of jail. How can you reach me? You guys can, my numbers are plastered all over these channels, so you guys can reach me via email. There's a chat line. You can text me. You can, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you can DM me. So there's a number of ways that you guys can reach me. I'm readily available most of the time. Any other questions, guys? I don't want to hold hold the live too long because again, I have to, get to my files. But I just wanted to come on and do a live and address a few concerns that you guys might have in reference to your SBA. Oh, and I wanted to say this for those of you who who did get denied. Um, the SBA is reconsidering those denials. So based on the reason that you got denied, you might want to reach out to SBA. If you don't want to reach out to SBA, send us the denials and we'll try to reach out on your behalf. And so we're not charging for this service. Only if, we had to do something extra to make it happen, then of course there's a fee. But just to submit the application, we do not charge. Again, for those who came back and donated, thank you. For those who got their money and didn't even say, hey, I got my funds or my loan or any of that, you come back later on after all your money is spent and you want my help, I'm gonna look at you sideways. So so outside of that, I am going to let you guys go, and you guys try to have a wonderful day, and stay safe and stay tuned. I don't see any other questions, so um, outside of that, have a wonderful week. Take care, guys. If I could end my channel.